Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and instantly command respect? They don't raise their voice. They don't try to dominate the conversation. They're not necessarily the loudest or the most aggressive person there. And yet, people listen when they speak. Their presence feels steady. Their words carry weight. Their boundaries are clear. Most of the time, that kind of respect isn't coming from status, money, or even authority. It's coming from something much deeper. It's coming from how that person carries themselves internally. Psychologist William James once said that people are deeply influenced by the attitudes and emotional signals others project. In simple terms, people read your energy, your confidence, and your self-respect long before they evaluate your words. And when those signals are strong, respect tends to follow naturally. This is episode 8, and today we're talking about how to make anyone respect you instantly. Not through manipulation, not through intimidation, but through subtle shifts in mindset, communication, and self-respect that influence how others perceive you. By the end of this conversation, you'll understand why respect is less about controlling other people and more about mastering how you show up. Let's start with something important. Respect begins with how you treat yourself. This might sound simple, but it's often overlooked. When someone constantly apologizes for their opinions, second guesses every statement, or speaks as if their ideas don't matter, people unconsciously pick up on that. Author and researcher Brené Brown often talks about the connection between self-worth and boundaries. When you respect yourself, you naturally set limits on how others treat you. And boundaries are one of the strongest signals of self-respect. Think about someone you respect in your own life. They probably don't say yes to everything. They probably don't tolerate constant disrespect. They probably speak with calm certainty about what matters to them. Not aggressively, but clearly, and clarity commands attention. Another element that influences respect is how comfortable you are with silence. Most people rush to fill silence because they feel uncomfortable. They speak quickly, they over-explain, they try to justify every idea. But interestingly, confident communicators often do the opposite. They pause. Former FBI negotiator Chris Voss often explains that silence can be a powerful communication tool. When you pause before speaking, your words become more intentional. You appear thoughtful rather than reactive. And that small shift changes how people perceive your presence. Let me ask you something. When you're in a conversation, do you feel pressure to respond immediately? Or do you allow yourself a moment to think before speaking? That pause can make a surprising difference. Another way people earn respect quickly is through consistency. Leadership expert Simon Sinek often talks about trust being built through consistent behavior. When your actions match your words, people begin to rely on your character. If you say something matters to you and your behavior reflects that, people notice. Respect grows when people see that you stand by your principles. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect. It simply means your words and actions align. Another important insight comes from author Robert Greene, who has written extensively about social dynamics and influence. He notes that people often lose respect when they try too hard to gain approval. When someone constantly seeks validation, their authority weakens. But when someone is comfortable with themselves, Even if not everyone agrees with them, their presence feels more grounded. The paradox is that respect often grows when you stop trying so hard to be liked, because confidence signals stability, and stability attracts trust. Now, before we continue, let me pause for a moment. If conversations like this help you grow your confidence, mindset, and communication skills, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel so you can join us for future episodes. And if something in this episode resonates with you, leave a comment with one word that captures how you're feeling right now. Maybe it's confident, thinking, learning, or empowered. Or share how this video has helped you. Those comments help create a space where people can learn from each other and grow together. All right, let's continue. Another powerful way to earn respect is through how you handle pressure. Anyone can appear confident when things are easy, but people reveal their true character when things become difficult. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius believed that your response to challenges reveals the strength of your character. When you remain calm during tense